Hi guys. Yeah, long time no doing video. Sorry for this guys. So today I TCA will be talking about my Dexterian build, which I used to farm 100 MB per hour earlier this season. First thing first, I will test this down for you guys. It's not too fast, but it's stable. Okay, then faster FE. Yeah. So uh, let talk about my character right now. Right now, is this is my item right now? Yeah, and this is my info right now. I got only 2.k HP. Yeah, not too much, but enough for farming. I got up 2.7, almost 2.8k up this week unit. We can have my character uh, being faster. I think this is the fastest build in game, maybe. Yeah, and talk about resistance. I reached lightning, cold, and fire all cap at 75% for better survivability. You don't have to cap this, but I got some item with erosion, so uh, it's the it's enough for me. Yeah, for DPS here you can see it's only 2.7, but DPS calculating of this game is actually nah, don't have to, don't want to talk about this. Yeah, you can see my piercing lining is very good, 51%, and my crystal strike chain is 40%. I want to increase this, but it's only my farming build. Is not, I haven't got any plan to make this end game. So after I crafting this field, so let I will do it later maybe. mm, yeah, for defense, you beside resistance, you will get about 38k of evasion. You have 50 chance to evade attack, and 25 chance to block. Yeah, I think it's enough. Yeah, actually we don't need this too much, and we have 19 double physical damage. Yeah, and skin area is about 139. Okay, so for items I got this at core item. Yeah, we should have this. And last night, because it said 1% damage per 15 dexterity, which means if I have about 1000 and uh, and 500 dexterity, you can get one 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 100% of damage. It is huge. uh, and you can get bonus dexterity too, and if you find one with this, you can cap the system easier. Yeah, elemental resistance but dexterity. Next I got this everlasting cloud. Yeah, many decks can build using this because of this line. uh, I bought this because I like this. uh, I like this line. I show you later because why. Yeah, you just need this. hmm, it's not too expensive, this too. And for my amulet, I use this with 12% of start, not too much, not too much. I this can increase, and this is the most important. Yeah, plus 3 dexterity per 4 level. This means you can get uh, at least 70 dexterity at 90 level, and it's best for you to get this like percent damage per highest stat. Yeah, and skin rather see this bonus. It you don't really need it for infinity. I using crappy one. I don't care about any of these. Like I just one quick ritual for plus 1 minimum channel energy and attack speed for channel skill. And I lucky found this with dexterity. This is more than enough for me. I don't know what this price at the moment, so I will check this. Yeah, it's about 100. Yeah, this 100 you can get this about yeah, it's all about unique and required unique for this build, and of this gear is basic to me. Yeah, for the handmade, I just want to get evasion base because we can stack evasion base. Yeah, we want is evasion. Yeah, and this is not really expensive one because you only need 3 of this, or only need 2 of this. Strength and dexterity. You don't need erosion. This is just a bonus for your build. Yeah, and if you can craft a bit, you can get this like me. I got this by chance, so we we don't have to get six a fix. We only need 5 or 4. 5 is more than enough. Yeah, you can see. I like this maximum life because it increase my HP. Yeah, AOD damage is good. Actually, I like this uh, like will be intelligent and dexterity because uh, my lowest attribute is intelligence. So sometimes you can get some focus skill with lowest stat like this. Skin radius for 5 of the lowest stat, which mean you want this stat to be more as much as possible, right? Yeah, this is for the amulet. Sorry, this was handmade. For the gloves, I using crop P1. Yeah, anyone can crop this. This is straight cropping. Yeah, you need flat dexterity and to tier 1 resistance. It will be better if you get tier 1 life and tier 1 at lightning dam. Yeah, yeah. It's not too hard to get it. You can grab this for the shelf. It's really easy to grab this. I will show you later. For two ring, uh, yeah, uh, both ring you will one all start and flat dexterity first. Then you can find uh, added attack physical dam or any of these guy dam cold fire landing, I mean elemental damage and life. If you don't have too many currency, you can find one with side to like me. This is optional. You can get crystal strike damage or critical strike rating. Yeah, I see. I want more crystal strike rating, so I grab this. For the second one, this is my fail. I actually do just like the first with two of these and one resistance and say one life. I do 1 melee damage. You can grab melee damage or other things you want and regenerate a fixed good. For the weapon, I shall grab this and it haven't corrode because I want to finish it later. But on weapon, you will want add added 1 to 5 attack lightning damage per dexterity. You should need you should get it tier 1 and flat dexterity and critical strike damage. uh, this is the most used affix. Yeah, and this is the most important. Plus 95 elemental damage is more important than flat dex for me. You should get this. If you only want to get unfinished item and you will finish it later, you can get elemental damage first and added lightning damage per dexterity, flash dexterity and um, critical strike damage for me. I think actually attack speed is good, but you don't really need it. Yeah, this is the four fix you need first. And for fast clearing, you can choose it. For the second one, I use really the same, really the same. I just replace uh, critical strike damage with critical strike rating and uh, and this crystal strike rating with chain to deal double damage. Not yeah, actually it's this one is my fail one. You should get elemental damage, not physical damage. Right, so this is for item. Now I'm going to my trait, hero trait. Yeah, for boost skill I'm using these two melee knockback. Yeah, I find it give us more damage and steam bro too. Yeah, these two tested, and I think these two will bring most of damage for this build. And you can see this is really basic one for anyone playing Berserker. White, Anger, Frenzy Fevers, Rampaging, Boiling Anger, and Reverberation. Yes. For skill, I'm using um, channel preparation, gap, lightning piercing, attack focus, and raising slash for whirlwind. Actually, if Steps are really good, you can try it if you haven't used. Then for light shots, I use Berserk for faster clearing because it give us attack and spell with critical strike resting. If you don't have enough energy, you can use it later. For left attack, I use lightning piercing and periodic burst because I want. Sometimes I can clear move with this skill. Or you can change this to fast quick mobility. Yeah, you can change this to quick mobility if you just only want to use whirlwind to clear. For for both skill, I using, or I think every region using blood tourist with many mass effect blood bath. Yeah, these two really really good. For blood trace, you actually only have to use once when you start to doing damage to monster at early of the map. Yeah, it will last till the end if you continuously damaging. For Boon Rush, I'm using Sound Focus that will root bath and Kura reduction. Why one Kura reduction here? Because when fighting boss, we can one shot or do it fast. We need Boon Rush for fast damage boost. Yeah, for aura and support skill, I'm using Fearless. Actually, it is precise Fearless. Uh, if you don't have if enough FE at the moment, you can use Fearless and Thunder Imbue instead of precise, but you should change to precise soon because I think two of these will increase your damage very much with this. Yeah, it supports our skill that active. I have 1 2 3 4 here, 5 here. This is counted at our 2. Wait, what? So I have 4, so I will get 6 plus 4, 22% aura effect, which is really large, right? For magical shots, actually you don't have to use high level magical shot because it will cost many your sheer mana. Yeah, I only use level 6 because all of my skill cost less than 48 mana, so this will be instant recovery. For using rejuvenation, I'm using level 9. Actually, if you do have more mana, you can use higher level, but it don't really need. So yeah, for second skill, I use cast on critical strike with mark. Mark will increase your damage very much. Just me. Blizzard is not only for slowing down enemy, but we getting this, yeah, lightning penetration, yeah, and will have us deal more damage through. I use Restream because I need more mana for my skill. Focus on hit, I only need to curse enemy with electrocute and abyssal hatchet for increase this is effect. So yeah, this is it for skill. I totally forgot that all of the skill will cost yeah 515. So uh, you have to use all of your item at item level 85. When buying stuff, you have to uh, keep an eye on this because you want to optimize your energy, right? So but for talent tree, I will start from here. We will start with what data hunting, and this is basically one. I don't have anything to tell here. This is really basically one. I will go slowly. Yeah, you can, yeah. I just need 23 points here. Yeah, for large talent I take paralyze because it's the more important for you. You can this with uh, be blizzard skill will make enemy osmote don't have any lightning resistance and impermanence. I take this because I got infinity with quick retour, so I don't have to uh, using quick retour in large talent, and I take this, yeah, for second talent tree. I using Blade Runner with this basic basic basically one, yeah. Yeah, I actually take life because I feel my character is very very weak with only 2k of life without this. Yeah, it's a really basic one. So yeah, I get conductive as less talent on this tree. uh, and clear anger. Why I want lucky? Because lucky very good. Sometimes you can double your damage. And for the third one, I use ranger. There, this is basically one, and there's some note in this tree I want to tell about. It's the, yeah, you don't have to take this because you will get in your sword, your weapon, I mean. On this tree I have some string note, you will realize, and here and here. I don't really care about this because magical sword do it all, but why I need uh, total 36% maximum mana because I want to run my aura easier. So if you have problem running your auras, you should get this and for this, for anyone can cap the resistance, you can take this note. This will give you uh, 15 elemental resistance, and this will give 8. It means it will give you 23 resistance. Yeah, it's really huge. Okay, for last talent I use gravity because yeah, you will see it very good when doing God of Mine. Just me. I used a fluke before flux before, but I think gravity better just for me. And impending, yeah, just to increase your damage. So that's all for my build. I don't I won't have any showcase because I don't know what to show now, but this is the build I used to farm FE all the way. So there will be triple version of it. If you want to know about this triple version, or you currently don't have much FE, you can join my Discord and ask me. I will be really happy to help you guys. So thanks for watching. I think I should end my live stream and video here. Thank guys. See ya later. Let me do this one more time.